Grade 8 students, a very good morning. Today you are going to do a new chapter, mensuration. That is chapter 15. Now I am going to introduce it. Already in 7th standard, you had learnt about area, perimeter, etc. Area of crossroads, etc. Now, plane figures. Those are that can be drawn on plane surface enclosed that is closer figures or open figures, so many figures you normally do. So they are two-dimensional figures which has got length and breadth. Now dimensions, that is length and breadth. Now what is a zero-dimensional figure? Zero-dimensional figure, you started geometry. Geometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with different shapes. Okay, and mensuration. Mensuration is the branch of mathematics that is dealing with measurements. So measurements include length, breadth, height, depth, volume, area, perimeter, everything. And this was invented by Archimedes, you know, the great Greek mathematician, and later on was developed by Leonard Digges. Okay, so this branch of mensuration is very, very important in science, technology, and in mathematical theorems, everything. And now I was talking about dimension. Okay, there is a zero-dimensional figure. What is it? The zero-dimensional figure is a dot. A dot, you know, that is a point. A point doesn't have length, breadth, or depth, anything. So this is normally called zero-dimensional figure. Okay. Now there is one-dimensional figure. One-dimensional figure. Yes. What is it? That is a line segment or a line. Everything includes because it has got only length. Okay, the line segment, everything. That is, line segment is a part of a line. Okay, so here I am marking 2 points. 4 centimeter means it has got only the length. So either height or whatever you call it. So this is one dimensional. Okay, one dimensional. Here on the line I have marked A and B. Now what about two dimensions? Yes, you have learned two dimensions figures, that is which can be drawn on plane surface. That is, I can draw it on the board. Two dimensions. Yes, that is, what is it? It can be rectangle, it can be square, it can be circle. Okay, so these triangle, everything can be drawn, semicircle, everything can be drawn on these are two-dimensional figures. Now in this chapter you are going to learn three-dimensional also, that is which are having three dimensions. Here it is length and breadth or depth or something like that. Okay, only two dimensions. And three dimensions means there are figures like sphere. What about your ball? Okay, and cone, the ice cream cone. Okay, it has got depth, etc. Then there is cube. You play Ludo and the dice is in the shape of, this is your dice, that is in the shape of cube. So it is three-dimensional. Then cuboid, your pencil box, it is in the form, or duster, it is in the form of cuboid. This length, breadth and height is there. So there are three dimensions. So from zero-dimensional, two-dimensional, then there are higher dimensions which we normally don't talk about. There are higher dimensions. Okay. Now measurement regarding length and breadth, etc. So in the last year you have learned about perimeter. The term perimeter. Yes, perimeter of any geometrical figure is what? Is the length of the boundary. So if I draw something and I start from this point and to go around it through the boundary and come back to this point itself, then this is the perimeter, that is the whole length through the boundary, that is called the perimeter. So you have learned for the rectangle the perimeter. Then what is it? Rectangle is in the shape, isn't it? So this is considered as length and this is considered as breadth. So how many, both sides are opposite sides are equal for a rectangle, so it is 2L plus 2B, and then you have taken the common factor 2, so it is 2 into L plus B. So as you start from this point, you go along and come back to that point, that is called the perimeter or the outer boundary. Then you have got for the square having A in all sides, because square all sides are equal. Suppose I say that it is A, the measurement is, so it is 4 times A, because A plus A plus A plus A. Then you have found out for triangle. Okay, but normal triangle, the perimeter, if it is A, B, C, that is different dimensions, different lengths, then you say that it is a scalene triangle and the perimeter is A plus B plus C. If it is an equilateral triangle, then what happens? All the three sides are equal to A, so it is 3A. If it is an isosceles triangle, then if I say that this is different and these two are equal to A, then it is 2A plus B, isn't it? So we have got, that is perimeter means as you go along the outer boundary, that is length of the boundary, or else the sum of the all sides. If it is a figure given like rectangle, this one, so sum of all sides together forms the perimeter. Then you have a term called area. Area means that is space occupied by this one. Space occupied, this much space it occupies. If I draw it on the, see that on the board, if I draw this figure, then the space occupied, this is called within the boundary, that is called area, and the outer one is called perimeter. So length of the boundary is called perimeter, and within that space occupied is called area. So now for rectangle, you have learned what is it? Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Length into breadth. What about the square? Square having both sides are equal, so it is A into A. A into A is A square. Exponents also you have learned, so it is A square. Then if it is triangle, you know that this is considered as base, and the perpendicular from the opposite vertex to perpendicular from a vertex to the opposite side, it is called height. So it is taken as half BH, that is half base into height. This is the common formula for area of any rectangle, that is half base into height. Then we have got circle. I didn't mention the circle in perimeter. The circumference of a circle, it is called perimeter, yeah, circumference. Circumference of a circle, it is taken as 2 pi r, where pi is a term which is used as the circumference upon the diameter of the pi. The value is calculated as circumference upon the diameter. And what is diameter? Diameter is this one, the longest chord that can be drawn. This is diameter. So diameter is equal to 2r. So here it is pi, the value is taken as 3.14 or 22 upon 7. We have calculated the problems, done the problems last year. Okay. Now we were talking about area. Area of a circle. Area of a circle is, again this is the radius, so it is pi r square. That is pi into r, this one. Then in case of you have learned about parallelogram. Yes, so parallelogram means two pairs of opposite sides, they are parallel. So this one is parallel to this one, and this one is parallel to this. So here the area is taken as base into, this is considered as base, so base into, and then again the perpendicular, it is called height. So base into height is the area of the parallelogram. This is area of the parallelogram. So these everything you have learned last year. Okay, and we have even derived the formula of the area of triangle also. Now this year you are going to learn more about. So rectangle, square, circle, everything you have done, and we are going to learn what is trapezium, area of a trapezium. Area of a trapezium. What is a trapezium? A trapezium is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means having 4 sides and one pair of opposite sides are parallel. That means parallelogram, 2 pairs are parallel. Here one pair is parallel. So if this is considered as A and this is considered as B, and the distance between the parallel sides is considered as H. So area of a trapezium is half H into sum of parallel sides. I have taken the length of the parallel sides as A and B, and the perpendicular distance, that is distance between the parallel sides, is taken as H. Then area of the trapezium is considered as half H into A plus B. Whereas in parallelogram it is base into height. Then we are having area of rhombus. What is a rhombus? Yes, all sides are equal and diagonals bisect at 90 degree in case of this one. Or okay, they are parallel, opposite sides are parallel, all sides are equal, that is in case of square also all sides are equal. Here diagonals are not equal. In case of square it is equal. Here diagonals are not equal but they are perpendiculars. Okay, so if one diagonal is considered as D1 and other diagonal is considered as D2, then half into the product of both the diagonals will give you the area of the rhombus. So area of trapezium half H into sum of parallel sides, and area of rhombus is half into product of the diagonals. Then you are having a quadrilateral which you don't know what is the what type of quadrilateral it is. Okay, so it is general formula for a quadrilateral. So you don't know whether it is a rectangle, rectangle, rhombus, trapezium, etc. So what happens is that here how will you find the general formula for this one? So you will draw a diagonal. You will get a diagonal. Suppose the measurement of the diagonal is D. Okay, now it is split into 2 triangles. Now the height of the first triangle is suppose H1 and the height of the second triangle is H2. So what happens? The sum of the areas of the 2 triangles will be the area of the given quadrilateral. So this is the first triangle, this is the second triangle. So sum of areas of 2 triangles, isn't it? Of 2 triangles. Okay, so what is the area of the first triangle? Area of the first triangle is half D, that is base, into height, half D H1. Now what is the area of the second triangle? That is half base is again D into H2. So what is the area of the whole quadrilateral? The area of the whole quadrilateral is half D H1 plus half D H2. What is common in these two equations? In this one, the summation, the common is half D. So half D into H1 plus H2. So you have derived the formula for a general formula for a quadrilateral. Okay. Okay students, regarding the area of geometrical figures you have understood. We have done with area of triangle, that is half base into height. Then area of parallelogram, that is base into height. Then area of rhombus, when the diagonals are given, that is half into product of the diagonals. Then there is trapezium, that is half into height into sum of parallel sides. Okay. Now we will go for solids. These were the plane figures. Then we are going for solids. Solids are 3-dimensional figures. Okay. So among the solids, the 3-dimensional figures, we are going for the first term, that is called volume. Volume of certain solids you have to know in this chapter. What is volume? Volume means how much the space occupied by the solid. That means if I keep this one, a duster on the table, the space occupied by the duster. that is called volume. That is space occupied is called space occupied by the solids. Okay, is called volume. So in case of two-dimensional, we say that the space occupied on the while drawing it is called the area. Here in the three-dimensional, that is in case of the solids, the space occupied is called volume. So volume of certain things, that is cube, cuboid and cylinders. This you have to learn this year. Okay. So what is a cube? I told you normally the dice that you play for the snake and ladder, ludo, etc. You have that dice. So what about the dice? The dice has how many faces? It has got 6 faces. So I will show you. Yes, this one. Think of this. This is a cube. See that all faces are squares. And how many faces? 1, 2, top and bottom, then front and back, then 2 sides. So total 6 faces are there. 6 faces are there. So volume means the space occupied by this one. If I keep this on the table or on the floor or anywhere, so this how much space this is occupied. So here each are square, isn't it? Each face is a square. So length and breadth and this one, it is A if I am considering it. That is length, breadth and height. I am considering it as A. All this is length, this is breadth and this is the height. If I am considering it, all are equal. So it is A cube. What is volume of this one? Volume is A cube. So volume is side cube or volume of the cube is A cube. That is side into side. Like because for the square it is A square and even area of the square is A square and the third dimension we are giving here is the height. So that is also the equal to A. So LBH, that is A cube. All are equal. So here A cube. Now next one is for a cuboid. What about the cuboid? I told you this is a cuboid. Your pencil box is a cuboid. So it is a rectangular version. Okay. So think that the face is a rectangle. Isn't it? Each face is a rectangle. So you are having length here, then breadth here and the height here. Okay. So volume is the space occupied. I'll show you. This is a cuboid. See that? This is having here, this is the length, this is the breadth and this is the height. So have again 6 faces are there, 1 top bottom, then 2 sides and front and back. So each are, see this is length, this is breadth and this much height. So what is the volume? Volume is length into breadth into height. So LBH. As for the cube, all LBH all are equal. That is why it became A cube or side cube. Now, next is cylinder. What is a cylinder? Okay, cylinder means this portion. That is, it is having top and bottom as circle and the curved face. I'll show you. See, this I'm showing a teacup. Okay, the cup. But if I hold it like this without showing the handle, what happens? See that? This is a circle and bottom is also a circle and this one is the curved surface. This is the curved surface. Okay, so this one, 2 circles, say drum. Normally you have that for the bands, the drum. So both will be the circles and this is the curved surface, or else for tarring the roads etc. the roller you have, okay, the roller. Okay, so this one rolls, isn't it? So this is in the shape of a cylinder. That means 2 circles and the curved surface. So cylinder. In case of this one, it is that is pi r square into this is r here and this is also a r radius and the perpendicular distance is h. So pi r square into height. So what is it? For the cube, the volume is A cube. Then cuboid, it is LBH, and for the cylinder, it is pi r square h. So the general formula is base area into height. Base area into height is the formula for volume of any solid surface. See here, base area. What is area of, what is the base? Base is a square in case of, this is a square in case of cube. So what is area of square? It is a square. So a square into, what is the height? Height is again a. So a square into a, that is a cube. So this is correct. Now we are considering for cuboid. What is it? The cuboid, here the base is a rectangle. So rectangle means L into B, that is the base area, into the height. Base area into height. So we got it as LBH. Now what about the cylinder? The cylinder, the base is a circle. So circle, the area of the circle, you know, it is pi r square. So pi r square into the height. What is it? Volume is pi r square h. So volume, these three for the solid shapes, you have to learn it. And this is just an introduction. Now we will go for surface area. Surface area, or otherwise it is known as total surface area, that is TSA, or it is called surface area. Surface area. Surface area means sum of all areas of all surfaces. Areas of all surfaces. So in case of this one, in case of cube, so first is cube, then we are going for a cuboid, and the third one, of course, it is a cylinder. Okay, because volume, these three we have learned. So here also we are going to learn these three. Okay, for a cube, yes. How many surfaces are there? See that all are squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it? Top and bottom, front and back, and 2 sides. So 6 are there, and all are of the shape of square. What is area of the square? Area of the square is, this is a cube, isn't it? Area of each surface is a square. Each surface is a square. So a square, and how many are there? 6 faces are there. So 6 into a square, that is 6a square. That is the total surface area. Okay, then there is another term for this one. If you remove the top and bottom, if I have removed, then what is it? The 4 walls can be, isn't it? The 4, that is called CSA or LSA, lateral surface area. Lateral surface area. So if you remove the top and bottom, then we get CSA or LSA. It is called in short LSA, lateral surface area. So how many a squares I have to remove? The top and bottom. So 2a square I have to remove. So what is left? 4a square. So what is the lateral surface area, or the area of the 4 walls? That is 4 walls laterally. That is called 4a square. So I hope you understood about the cube. Now we will go for cuboid. Now cuboid. In case of cuboid, see that this is the figure for the cuboid. Now this is length, breadth and height, isn't it? So each 6 faces are there. Now first is 2. These two are same. These two are same, and these two are same. So I am taking the front and the back. So how many? There is L, B, H. So 2 LB plus 2 LH plus 2 BH, isn't it? Because if this one is length and this one is breadth, means same here. And if this is height and this is breadth, means BH, BH here. Then this is length and height, means LH, LH. So how many common factors? This is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Okay, this is the total surface area or surface area of a cuboid. Now, same way, area of 4 walls. Area of 4 walls, or the LSA, equal to, if I take away the top and bottom, that is length and breadth here, length and breadth here. If I take, see that this top and bottom, if I taken, if I am in a room is considered as a cuboid, and if somebody asks you what is area of the 4 walls, so area of the 4 walls means the roof and floor is taken out. So 2 LB I am cancelling. So 2 LB plus 2 BH plus 2 LH was the formula, minus 2 LB if I taken, that is you get these two cancels out. So 2LH plus 2BH. Okay, so that is 2H into L plus B, or else 2L plus B into H. Okay, this one you get it as 2 into L plus B into H. If I take out the top and bottom, that is 2LB, I have taken this one out. So I got this answer as 2H into L plus B. Now this is area of 4 walls of a cuboid. Now we are going for our cylinder. What is the total surface area of a cylinder? Cylinder, I have shown you, it is having two circles at the top and bottom, and what is it? It is having a curved surface. Okay, so total surface area or surface area of a cylinder means it has got a top and bottom as this one, and this is the perpendicular height. This is radius and this is radius. So how many, this one, see that top and bottom. So it is two circles. So it is pi r square. Two circles are there, so 2 pi r square plus what is the area of the circle, this one, the curved surface, area of this curved surface. What is the area? It is 2 pi r h. 2 pi r h. So the common here is 2 pi r. I am taking it out. So among r square, it is r into r. That one r had taken out. So it is r plus, and here 2 pi r I have taken it. So 2 pi r into r plus h. That is the total surface area. Okay. Now in this one, curved surface area. Curved surface area means I am taking out the top and bottom. That is, I am taking out the two circles out. So only the curved surface, I want the curved surface area, that is CSA. Because it is a curved surface, I am telling it as CSA. In others too, I had put it as LSA. Commonly it can be taken as curved surface. Okay, so I am taking out the top and bottom. Top and bottom are this one. What is it? 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh was the formula, and I am taking out pi r square plus pi r square, that is 2 pi r square I am taking out. So what about the curved surface? It is 2 pi rh. Okay. Now as you knew, I have explained to you what is volume. Volume is, you know that it is base area into height. Same way here we are deriving a formula for the curved surface or LSA. The curved surface or LSA. What is the formula for area of 4 walls or LSA? LSA is perimeter of base into height. See, we can check it. We can check. What did I say for LSA of cube? LSA of cube I told you as 4a square, isn't it? I told you for a cube it is 4a square. So 4a, what is 4a? Perimeter of the square. So it is 4a square, I told you, the LSA. So it is 4a. 4a is perimeter of the base and height is a. So it is perimeter of base into height. Okay. Now what about our cuboid? Cuboid, the LSA was, it was 2 into L plus B, 2 into L plus B into height. Isn't it? We took over the 2LB part. So it is 2 into L plus B. As the cuboid is of rectangular shape, the base is of rectangular, so perimeter of base is 2 into L plus B and height. This is again perimeter of base, as base is a rectangle, into height. Now the last one is our cylinder. So cylinder, see that the base is a circle. So what is perimeter of circle? It is circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r. 2 pi r into height. So what is CSA? It is 2 pi r h. So you derived the LSA or CSA of cuboid and this one. The common is LSA is perimeter of base into height. So hope you understood the volume of solid, what is a solid, and volume is the space occupied by the solids. These are called solids, the three-dimensional figure. And area is space occupied on the plane surface. And total surface area means how many surfaces it has got, the sum of the areas of all the surfaces. In case of cube, it is squares. In case of cuboid, it is rectangle. In case of cylinder, what about the cylinder? It is circles on both sides and a curved surface. Okay, so hope you will understand that better as you go.